Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Kathy's Corner, Seed in the Sand, and this is chapter 1 of a new chapter, and I'm calling it Let's Go Deeper, kind of like deeper than what we've been doing. We're going to go into like our shadow work, our integrating and developing and kind of blending all those icky feelings that we get in our gut sometimes, our solar plexus. And that shadow work is really important to make change in your life. And we have to really kind of hold ourselves accountable for the situations or the circumstances that sometimes we find ourselves in. And so with shadow work, there's some work that we have to do, and I've had kind of things happen in my personal life where it's like, oh, it's really kind of got me right at the core of my traumas that I've had in the past. And I kind of felt it really in my stomach and in my gut. And it was a lot of pain. Somebody passed away that was close to me from years ago, and that particular person, I asked them for help, and they rejected me. And not only did they reject me, but the whole place where I was, where I was working at the time, like everybody rejected me and didn't believe me or didn't want to open up that can of worms. And that was a really hard time in my life, to be kind of rejected from my daughter's situation and the school she was in, and from my employer at the same time. That was very difficult time in my life. So the person that was kind of close to me at that time, that I trusted to try to help me, recently has passed away. And it was almost like everything kind of resurfaced within me. I could feel the pain, and this time I was able to cry. Before this, years ago, 15 years ago, I wasn't able to cry about it because of the situation I was in. I was just in such a survival mode. I didn't have time to cry about the situation, but this time I really kind of mourned it and felt it and let it rise up and come out in tears. And so I kind of just acknowledged myself to say, this is pretty big. This is like reliving it, and I can either keep it stuck down, or I can bring it out and release what happened. And so I kind of acknowledged the pain that I was feeling. I was talking about the pain with Phil. And, now it comes to the point of, putting a name on it, examining it, integrating it into my everyday life, and letting it go, and exploring it, to find out exactly why one person can cause such a reaction in myself. And I can kind of re-traumatize myself, or I can release it. I can bring it up and face it, acknowledge it, learn from it, forgive, and release. And so that's what I chose to do this morning. And because I just found out yesterday that person had passed. And so there is some healing to do. And I have to continue to work with myself in the shadow and allow those feelings to develop, allow those feelings to arise, explore those feelings, integrate those feelings, like learning how to heal that shadow and take action of releasing it and making sure that it is finally, real change is taking place, where I don't have to relive the past. I can make my future. I can change the past. And a lot of times, shadow work we learn in early childhood. And whether that means the tapes that we hear are like, you can't do this, you're not good enough, I'm not able to, I'm not capable of this, it's too hard. All kinds of different types of tapes that we have to reverse and take action to make a new tape. And that new tape, it has to be like affirmations. I am capable. I am understanding. I can get through this. I can take one step at a time. Nothing is impossible with God. Tons and tons of affirmations that we can use to get through the situation that we face and whatever shadow that might be arising. So it kind of flooded me today, and I'm glad it did, because it told me to relax, slow down. You don't have to heal it all in a day, and just be kind to myself and learn how to affirm that I am okay. I am not in the same situation I was 15 years ago, and things are better, and things will continue to get better. So, all right. So I hope that kind of explains shadow work. I'm going to try to integrate that into my daily practice, and so we'll do that for the next 10 chapters, or next 10 videos for this chapter. All right, so the bottom card is the Six of Swords, and they're just kind of like calling it quits, and they're on their way out, and they're finding a new chapter in their life. And I'm just going to pick one card for you and me and our shadow work that I'm going to be doing. If you would like to take a step to initiate that, that's great. If you're not ready to examine those feelings of hurt, that's okay too. All right, so this is the Five of Cups, and this is like loss and grief and hurt and challenge. And I'm going to pick one more card because I like to end on kind of a happier note. I want loss and grief is good with shadow work, because you are losing a part of your past, but you're also gaining a lot of new, good, healing things. And this is the King of Wands, and that means action. And the king is kind of the head of the court, head of the family, and he is dropped a bunch. All right, one last one. The Knight of Pentacles, and that is Knight of Pentacles. I have to look it up, but I believe it's like a messenger of finances and good fortune and things like that. So, all right. Well, I wish you all well. If you do choose to work with your shadow work, I'd suggest journaling. Make it about like a couple steps. First is you have to identify your part of the circumstances that you're in with the shadow, whatever part of you want to change. You have to identify that you've had part of that. Your actions have kind of brought you into that circumstance. And then self-acknowledgement, which means same type of thing. I acknowledge that I'm in this position. I acknowledge that I put myself here, and I take full responsibility of whatever, blank. Whether that's, stress and anxiety or guilt and shame, or if that is loss and grief. And then you're acknowledging that shadow, you're labeling it, you're giving it a name, you're exploring your shadow, you're identifying a lot of things about that shadow, you're integrating your shadow, so you have to kind of blend and integrate all the pieces together, and then healing that shadow, and then affirmations that replace the old tapes, and action to change so that we don't continue to live in that shadow, that we can actually bring it up, release it, and make it into something really beautiful, really, really kind, and really, gentle to ourselves. So, all right, we will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good day.